For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok, or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Backbone.
You're good, Mike.
What do you got there, man? You got yourself a rugby union jersey on, you fucking weapon. Hey, what do you got there? East Coast Rugby Union. Ngāti Porou. It's a nice shirt.
Thank
I'm
you.
not sure you've earned it.
I certainly haven't. It's the rugby.
Just dress it up again.
My nan's grave
Yeah, good start. You think that's going to throw me off. You think
No,
I'm
no,
going to
no.
back down, but you've got a way to go yet.
is on the hill above their home ground.
Yep.
And so I grew up watching their games on weekends when we go down to Te Aroha, where my family's from.
Yeah.
And I used to have a Ngāti Porou East Coast rugby jersey.
Yeah.
I wore it to rugby training every single time for like 3 years. Eventually, it just blew apart, threw it out, and I've
Did you?
never been able to buy a new one because they only have merch every now and then.
Right.
Was randomly on the piss here, walked past the Empire, random guy had a Ngāti Porou East Coast shirt on. I was like, bro, where'd you get that shit? I love that. And then he was just like, oh, but it turns out he listens to our show.
Ah,
Fucking legend of a guy.
handed it over.
And he's like, bro, we brought it back, came back with a different shirt on and gave me this one.
Oh, how good.
That's so wholesome.
It was magnificent.
What'd you give him?
A photo of me holding it.
How good.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
And stood next to him.
That's mean.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt.
It's really cool. It's one of my favorite shirts. I just had a really interesting.
I've never seen you wear it before.
Well, it's a polo.
Neither.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really wear polos.
You
Not a
run a
polo
lot of
guy.
polos,
When I play-
particularly on golf days.
When I play golf.
Golf
yeah.
boy.
You wear that to golf?
Yep.
Nice.
But today I just felt like wearing it because it's not as hot today. Have you noticed that? Autumn's here,
It's
fellas.
cold right off.
Autumn's
That's
here.
what I always say, fellas. What I always say.
What do you always say,
right
man?
off.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, and that.
Other than that, the other thing I say is summer's always late and winter's right on time.
Yeah, it's
and that's what
bullshit.
we're seeing here, fellas.
I've never heard you say that, but I
I'm
stand
always
with you.
saying it.
and
I've heard
I
him
hear
say
you,
it
brother.
once.
Yeah. I
heard
always
it
say
say
it.
it
I
just
don't
now
always say
or
it to
before
the
that?
same people. I say
Oh.
it to other people.
Yeah, nah.
That's what I've been doing all
Do you
day
think you'll
today.
say it to me soon, man? Or was
I
that
just
the first
did.
time? Oh, right,
Yeah,
yeah, fair.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
Guess
you're
when?
right.
Right.
Guess,
So-
guess when I heard him say it last.
What's that, man?
Last autumn.
Oh,
I don't
So
say it
true.
every day.
Nah.
You got to be around. It's like a pinch and a punch for the first of the month.
sort of a seasonal
You're not going to get
phrase.
that every day of the week. You
Nah.
only get that on the first of the
Did
month.
you just check your watch, man?
Yeah, just because we're recording this
Who's
in
Watchman?
a different studio,
Who the hell's watch, man?
and I'm very paranoid that, but we're not. We're fine.
No,
Good,
we're
man. It's
chilling.
okay. Chill out.
I just had a meeting, which I haven't
How do
had.
you feel about, before you get into your meeting, Keyzie, because that sounds like good content for the show, I think it should be upgraded.
No, I don't think
Is
it's
my
going. That's
point.
definitely not going on the show.
How do you feel about pinch and a punch for the first of the month, or is this good content that should be on the show? Feels like it might be, actually.
That is an all-timer.
That is on the show
Now,
stuff.
even more so, no returns. What
No
are your thoughts on
returns,
that?
yeah.
Controversial. Some say.
Well, I think if you get in there first and do it,
Yeah.
and you say no returns, that's it. You've just got to suck it up.
But then there is the return on that. You know about the return on that?
There's a return, even though there's
a
no
return.
returns.
There's
How
no,
do you do
there is
it?
a return, a punch and a kick for being so quick.
Oh, wow.
Also rhymes, and that's what lets you do it.
Because that's where it's like the he who smelt it dealt it.
Who sniffed it? Biffed. You sniffed it. You biffed it.
And then it's like, yeah, but first to, what was it? Something first to point it out, basically, also did it. You know what I mean?
It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
rhymes as well.
Yeah, fuck off. You did it. I think that's it.
He who smelled
But you can't do pinch and a punch after midday.
I did not know that.
Ah,
Yeah. That's one of the rules.
Found that out the
It's
hard
funny.
way.
That's right. I wonder what happens.
Got fucking
I'm going to
rolled.
ask ChatGPT what happens if I do that.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Just on who smelt it, dealt it. Did you ever play mackerel in school? If somebody farted and somebody yelled mackerel, they could beat the shit out of you until you named 5 fish.
That's quite good.
That's
and
a good
so
one.
the quickest was always hokey mokey snapper tuna cod or something like that.
That's right. Yeah, no,
Wow.
I remember my mates playing that.
Yeah, I got the shit kicked out of me. Well, I don't know fish very well.
It's hard
you
not
see,
to
so-
laugh.
It's also hard not to laugh. That's right.
Funny, though.
Oh, so good.
I love shit like that.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear about this meeting, man?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me about
well,
that,
I've
man?
kind of lost steam on it a wee bit. I'm a bit,
Did you fart
Well,
on it, man?
you're a professional,
I'm a
man.
bit demoralised, you know. There's a meeting style of meeting I haven't been in a long time where there was like a think tank, like get all the minds together.
But you just came out of a think tank.
Yeah, but this is a group of minds that don't traditionally work together and traditionally have very different views on stuff.
Right.
And so that was what was quite interesting.
Was that racially diverse? Is that the issue? Or age-based diversity?
Probably wasn't.
Often an issue for Keyzie is the
Wasn't-
racial diversity.
Oh, Keyzie and his Ngāti Porou shirt was about as diverse it was getting. You know,
Right.
I'm like a pretty entry-level
Well,
Māori
you had
dude.
your Ngāti Porou shirt
Well,
on.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And so, you know, I was...
Were you saying bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
You can't say man or even brother.
Nah.
It's got to be bro.
Yeah, and like if
cousin.
someone had a pretty out there comment, I'd go, oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Like that, and then everyone seemed pretty chill about it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
So good.
one of those meetings where there's a big dog in the room who's great,
big dog.
And I'm not
Who's
gonna-
great? You're saying he's great in case this gets back to him.
100%.
You're saying off here,
but
piece
also
of shit.
no, Mogi. I do like him. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it's a situation where you've got all these different people who traditionally don't work together and traditionally have very differing views on the thing we want to come together to try and create.
No, this is interesting stuff.
And the guy in the middle's like, right, fellas, and it was all dudes. It was like,
No woman?
Fellas.
no, there weren't any women in there, unfortunately.
God.
And he was like, right, fellas, what do we think about this? Let's get some ideas going. And it was a really interesting thing where in here, ideas going, we're all sort of on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we
know what we're trying to achieve.
We know what we're trying to do. We know what will work, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it was interesting situations where it was flipping between, really great. And to be honest, all the ideas were fantastic and everyone was very professional. But at a certain point, I felt like some people were like, shit, I haven't said anything here and the big dog's here. I should probably say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I felt a wee bit of that.
I get like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I admired the way the big dog was just like, all right, blah, 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 that's the reason I've gathered you all here. What do we think about this? And just opened it up.
Yeah.
And all the little dogs were too scared to like put a
Dead silence.
pour out a lot. And that's where I felt like I should have if I was but I'm,
You're too much of a pussy as well. Or
I
just
was,
say
at
something?
that stage, I was just like, well, I'm very much an outsider in this situation.
Right.
I was brought in as an outsider.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's how you make a difference, Keyzie.
100%.
You do a hucker?
No, I didn't do the hucker. I had that up my sleeve ready to go because I had my hucker sleeves on. Which is the thing. Which is the thing, man. But I just sort of gauged the temperature, and then he just goes, all right, I'm going to start with you, and just singled out a bloke and just said, all right, the reason I'm starting with you is you love your blah, 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 and this is what we're here to talk about.
Oh,
what
that's
do you
good.
reckon? And it got the things going, and it was very much, and then people started shooting the shit, and then he was just like, right, so, and then just got it back on track every time. And it was just after being in a radio environment where everything's
Chaotic.
chaotic and great, but
Well, we need to get one
Just
of
a
the
good
one of the
meeting.
aims. One of the aims out here is let's get this over and done with as soon as we can.
100%, and that's mostly led by Jace.
And
Yeah, I know.
you want it to be good, but we've got about 3 minutes here, so
3
get-
minutes
let's
before we
get- let's
lose
get it
interest
done.
and want to get the fuck
and
out of here.
whereas in that environment, they are very much in the other position of which you come across a lot. I'm coming across a lot is that they're not there to do their job; they're there to keep their job. So the less they say, the less they put their step out of line, or
Shake the
stick
tree.
their head above, shake the tree, put their head above the parapet. There's many a metaphor that you can use. The less chances there is of them fucking it up, right? So if you don't,
You're right.
because if you try and do something great, you risk fucking it up.
But
Yes.
But if you say nothing, you risk nothing.
this is, and there was very much a shit. I don't
Except
want to
having a shit job and a boring life.
exactly. There was a real sense of fuck. I don't want to get lit up here in front
Yeah,
of everyone.
totally.
Whereas it was really nice to come into it from an outsider's point of view, where it's just like, man, you can light me up if you want. I don't
You
give a
got
fuck.
no stakes.
I got no
Yeah.
stakes.
Yeah.
That's a real prick move if he lit you up in front
Nah,
of
he
everyone.
didn't.
Yeah,
of course he did.
I know, but
Yeah,
If he did.
but like my head was up above the trenches, and I was going, get a load of this, mate.
Your
Come
massive
on.
honker was sticking out.
My massive honk, and I was just like, yo, I got the huck up my sleeve, ready to go.
Right, and how did it go in terms of brainstorming?
Yeah, it was good.
Right.
It was really good. It was
and
just,
what was it? Just working out what you're going to get Laura McGoldrick for her birthday.
yeah, that's right. It was me, Manaya, Guppy. Yeah, and it was pretty heated. And the
Yeah.
big dog was
Yeah.
Guppy.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah,
that
it was-
makes sense.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
just dudes. But it was just, and to be honest, I actually enjoyed it. It was like, that's right. This is corporate, not corporate, but brainstorming in a real,
Yeah, that's cool.
commercial environment.
Yeah.
And it's like, right. And the big dog was great at just being the big dog. And like, it was just a really quite an
Can't wait to
enjoyable
find out what it was about.
experience. Yeah. Well, it was about Laura McGoldrick's
Yeah,
birthday present. Yeah.
Far out. Time flies when you're talking shit, eh?
I feel like the term
that.
think tank, inherently corporate, kind of expresses
Hugely
everything
corporate.
about it that you needed to describe.
And then like you'll get a group of people in a room, they'll chat for 2 hours and they'll come away and they'll say, all right, the word we've come up with to summarize what we're going to work towards this year is
Oh, God.
like whānau. And it took 2 weeks, 2
yeah.
hours in a group full of people. You know, like it's very corporate.
Yeah. Yeah, but, the other thing is that you could also send that out to a consultancy group who'd charge you $100,000 for that,
Yeah.
and that's no shit.
No, 100%. Yeah, it
that.
does my head in. It's like, yo, ask me, I'll come up with a word for you.
I've got this thing coming up which is potentially going to require a bit of work, and I can see how some parties might think that that'd be Good idea to get some consultants involved.
Yeah, right.
Be straight
You
to
will
chat.
not
Gonna be straight to
be
chat.
consulted.
GPT. We're doing it for $500, man.
Hell yeah.
100%.
I don't get it.
No, neither.
Hey, well, you want me to do it, man?
Yeah, no, you go.
Well, you know,
Hey?
sort of a panelist role.
Just get on with it, man.
Sort
If
of
you're
a
going
scenario.
to
Got all day,
step
man.
up, the
Let's
big
go.
dog's here waiting. You've got to put your head above the
put your
trenches.
hand
man.
Hey, listen, if you feel,
All right,
feel
fuck
like
that.
it,
Listen to
Yabo!
listen to Hauraki.
just take your time.
4
and
till 7, big
go
show.
easy with it and just take it easy.
Oh, where? Perfect.
shit, man.
Nailed it.